Hello everyone. Just waiting for 2 more minutes for everyone to join and let's see how much people we are here. Waiting for 2 more minutes for everyone to join and let's see how much people we are here. Alright, so here we are. And I think I have already made a video about how to hunt on static sites and all these things, but as multiple people are asking in my DMs that how to, hunt on them properly or can you show us a real life situation, something like that. So let's take a look on it. So if I'm not wrong, I have made few videos on it. Static site hunting, something like that. Let's see. Okay, maybe I have not posted it. I don't remember properly. By the way, thanks for the 8.7K views on the recent video. And let's see. So, first of all, we are going to take a look on a very simple thing that what are the static sites? Like, suppose if I'm talking about static site normally, like what people consider as static site, they're sites with almost no functionalities other than just casually existing there. All right. So let me just take example here. So as you can see this thing here, let me just go to my own site. Now you can see there is no functionality, no logins, no sign up, just the basic things. Even if you click on the courses or content, you will just simply redirect it to the WhatsApp page where you will get all the registration and all the other details. So it works like that. That is known as static site. Now what do we mean when we are just trying to hunt on it? Okay, so let me just close it for a moment. And let me show you what we consider as static sites. Now we know what are static sites. We know that, okay, when we are talking about static sites, we are just going to hunt on something which is having almost or near no functionalities. So we know what is static sites. Not much functionality or you can't edit something in that website. So that is known as usually static sites. Now see, hunting on it. Yeah, it's kind of really easy or kind of you can say it's easy to hunt on them. But there are few issues. Except my spelling mistakes. So see, when we usually take a look on programs, then we will usually look for functions and attack surface, including all the scopes. Like suppose they might be having some sort of wildcard scopes, or maybe they might be having all in scope programs. But whenever we are trying to hunt on static sites, we might get all in scope, but we might not get, or we will definitely not get functions. Right? Most cases, you will find something like a contact form where you can just simply do a get a demo. You might get something like this, get a demo, and whenever you click on it, you will get redirected to a form that you have to fill and they will contact you again. It works like that in simple situation. Now, suppose you are working on some sort of contract based websites and this type of things, you might get or you can ask them for having for getting your credentials. Suppose you want to hunt on a program that's having a getter demo, and they might be having a lot of internal functionalities only on their portal that's accessible to their clients only, or by the team of their clients. So in that condition, yeah, we can try to ask for credentials. Ask for credentials. We can definitely do that. But in most cases, if you're hunting on some sort of static site, you will find it eventually VDPs, or maybe just a bug bounty programs running ahead, not much reported. So in that situation, what you have to do and what tools you need to use. So let's take a look. First of all, we'll just take a look on methodologies or approach. How we are gonna approach the static sites. So see, there are three steps. I usually hunt, or you can say, whenever I'm giving any sort of classes, I usually three approaches based on things. First of all, I'll check the URL based injections or URL based vulnerabilities. Then I'll go to the functional based, and then in the last I'll just go and take a look on all the technology based. It works like that in my case. You can just do things on your own, like in recent from our one-on-one classes and all these things. The older students have reported more than 60 to 70 bugs based on only on them. So kindly work on the reconnaissance if you are good with that, or you can just definitely learn the functionality and learn to exploit it for sure. See, now methodology is good, man, not a big deal. Asking for credentials, also a good thing. Now, methodology should be simple. Grabbing out as much as files you can. Grab files. It might be a PDF, right? It might be a PDF, PHP, JS, JSON, XML, or maybe ASPX, right? It can be of any form. You just have to get it. Alright? All the other ones. The second thing you have to do is gather more and more URLs. You can use lots of things for it. You can even, crawl them. You can try for waybacks. You can try for way more. You can even try for GAU. You can try for, let's say, param spider to find parameters. You can use X8 to find hidden parameters. Now see, if you do the parameter gathering properly, URL gathering properly, you will eventually find out a lot of vulnerabilities or a lot of hidden endpoints that might be accessible, or you can play with them. Because in some of the cases, I have to do that. Yeah, why not? Katana is always there. Damn, I forgot that. Katana is always there. So yeah, definitely there's no thing that we can't do that or something like that. We should definitely use this type of things, because yeah, they are gonna give us a very impressive result when it comes to real life situations. Alright. Now, gathering more file, having a lot of endpoints that might work. Because in one of my recent situations, less than 24 hours ago, was just taking a look on the static sites for showing POCs or uploading POCs on the members only. So I recently noticed that whenever I try to do all this type of things like finding out the static sites and hunting on them, I have tried to grab more URLs as much as I can, and eventually found a URL which is not on the common side, because it's not that much common to figure out. And after playing with that URL for some time, I eventually find out there's a URL parameter, and then it led to open redirect, and we can escalate to accesses, maybe the vulnerabilities. So always work on this type of things. They will help you a lot, literally. Now, after finding parameters, gathering more files, gathering more URLs, what will you do? Explore. Explore them. One more thing I would like to show you is, suppose if you are having any sort of functionalities going on, I'll just get back to it. Don't worry. Now explore them for all the functions available there, and then the technology stack, tech stack. In technology stack, it's simple. You can use eyewitness or other tools. Suppose there's 100 subdomains, right? Play with them and just take a look. There are technologies plus versions. That's a simple thing. Maybe you can spend a little bit of time and just take a look on it. Technologies and versions. These two things would be very helpful. And last but not least, take a look on the gathered files. Now see, you have gathered a lot of files, right? Suppose like, let's say 10K files, including JS, JSON, XML, ASPX, way back, whatever you want to do. You have gathered more than 10K files. Now, what will you do? Use JSF scan to get the parameters out of them. You can find a lot of parameters in the JS files. Then, you can use nuclei to find out all the hidden information into it. And then you can use JS secrets. Yeah, JS secrets. That's a kind of a tool that you might want to definitely use on it to get a better and effective results on it. Now, see, gathering only these things won't help much, right? We also have to do a lot of things apart from it. That's cool. You're gathering all these things. That's cool. We are kind of good with that. We are going good. That's all. Now, the main thing is explore them manually. One of the best thing I can say. If you explore them manually and properly, you will eventually get a lot of complicated, or maybe you can say very simple things that are not supposed to be there, but they might be easily available on that pages. So definitely you should do that, because in these cases you might find a lot of insensitive information, even though, right, in many cases the automations or the tools won't give the exact results. Suppose you see some sort of chat.js, explore it, send it to JS beautifier and see what's going on. I recently found few API leaks. Let me show you reports if I have. I'll show you reports by the end, so don't worry about it. But first of all, we have to take a look on that. Okay, so now let's see. We know about all these things. Now we have to jump on few other things. Like suppose I just said that gathering targets and all this type of things will help you a lot. Recent case where I just said I was hunting on it. So see, I was hunting on a static program where I found this type of things like creator ID, score ID, something like this. Right, I'm just gonna erase all of that. That's not a use here. Like something like this. It was a kind of complicated one. And eventually I found this one. EP equals to, it was something I really didn't know about it. So after doing a little bit of fuzzing on it, doing a little bit of experience on it, I eventually find that if I just put evil.com on it, it even won't redirect. But after clicking a single button that pops up after adding this parameter, I can able to make a open redirection there. And that was really a simple one. I have not spent much of a time. It was just about noticing how the web is reacting based on all these types of things. And that got a good result. Now, one more thing I just said that exploring manually will lead to a lot of things, because manual exploiting things can help you to gather, deeper information that automation can't gather by itself. So in that conditions, let me show you a POC. Just a moment, my account is loading. Not in the other devices. Okay, I have not logged in yet. Wow. Because exploring manually is kind of a thing I have found useful in a lot of cases. By the way, we'll do it all live on this. So have a chill pill. All right. Logged in and let's see. See, here's a screenshot we have. Am I audible and visible properly? Okay, I'm audible. I can see that. Okay, I just had to check it. Nothing much about it. I'm still trying to import my file here. I'm just trying to blur out all these things. Screenshot not visible. Just a moment. I'm just blurring out the API. Nothing much. By the way, if you have any questions or something like that to ask, you can definitely ask. Not a big deal. Okay, I have blurred it out. It's kind of simple. Just have a whole list that what you wanna, grab out, and let's see what you wanna just, gather out from all this type of sources. So how to share? Okay, I have shared it. Cool. By the way, I usually post all these views and just take a look on that. I guess I have received it. Possibly. Okay, it's still receiving. How it is receiving? Cool. I got the file. See, it was a simple API key here, and I was able to get the whole API and eventually exploit it. It was just nothing much about doing very complex thing. It was just about doing all the things based on this checklist. See, bug bounty is not hard. That you are not kind of being too much complicated to it. It's kind of simple if you just do it properly. That's all. By the way, you can definitely drop your questions. I'll answer them. Just give me a moment. Okay, I think my screen status is not visible in a very good manner. I can see the errors here. Okay, cool. Now let's take a look here. Again, exploring manually. Yeah, that will work cool. No doubts. It will work in a cool manner. Now let's take a look on it manually. Suppose I'm on my website. Let's say terminal temp. Let's remove all these things. Now suppose I have a simple file. I have a whole list of subdomains, or I have a static file. Let's say blog.target.com, right? So I'm gonna gather out all the files based on it, all the data based on it I have for this particular site, and then just jump on the specific methodology that I just showed. By the way, I have something to announce. I forgot. This is gonna start on 28 June. Today is 25, so not a not a lot of days are remaining here. You can just take a look on all the contents. It's only for information gathering and automation. I'll be providing few of my automation tools that you can use to gather out and automate all the process of reconnaissance and even information gathering. So you can take a look on all these things. The contents, features, all things are here. You can take a look on the reviews are provided here. Eventually, timings are provided also here. And if you have something else that you want to discuss about it, definitely take a look on the video's description for all the links. And also with that, if you want to like to discuss one-on-one trainings based on your requirements, suppose you want to learn some specific vulnerabilities, some specific methodology, you can try to discuss it on one-on-one trainings. The links will be also provided in the description. Now, that was my target, right? Not a simple one, not a complicated one, but still we can do all these things. Now, let's just take a target. I'm just gonna go with the regular ones. I'm gonna do the way back. You have to use a lot of things on it. Wait, I made the command wrong. I made the command in a wrong way. See, now you can try to create your own, flow on it. I'm just using a random way so I can show you better. I usually, in my cases, I usually only use the waybacks because they're kind of, you can say, enough to do all these things. You don't have to, do hundreds of things to make them work out or something like that. They're kind of easy to deal with, right? So you can just simply make a wayback URL, something like that, or you can use something like blindf, right? And just search target.com and search for PHP in wayback files. So it is gonna find all the PHP files we need. By the way, as I just said that you can do, all this file gathering process by yourself. You can make your own script using AI, no doubt to that. But still, there is a lot of things going on here. It's not limited to at least at this point. Now I know that this is not a static site, but we still have a lot of information about it. Even though we can, do like something with back URLs. Let's see if they have any information about my own site. Yep, there is a lot of information about it, including WP contents, JSON, lot of things are here. We can definitely do things onto it. XML files there, PHP files there, JS files there. We can do live processes on it. I don't think it's getting response properly. Okay, so we got PHP files here. A lot of PHP files are there. Only 7 are detected yet. You can take a look on .jsons, .js. You can even take a look on all the XML files available there, all the ASPX files, and take a look on all these ASPX files. Look for specific vulnerabilities. Now, what templates we can use? Don't ask me question like that. I'm already gonna show you. Just let me finish this one. See now, if I have a wayback collection here, which is W, it says 3,49,700. But I'm just gonna do something like grep. Oh wait. Grep.js one. I have all the output in JS. Now let's change the number to 2 and change the JS with PHP. Just gonna change the 2 with 3 and just make it like SPX. Gonna do the same for XML. You can make your automation, no doubt to it. You can also look for zip files, SQL, and let's change the SQL with something more creative. You can even try to find more parameters and things like that, but just gonna take with taking a look on only on parameters here. So we have files. I have files one, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 7. I'm gonna sort all of them into files X. Nmap is good, man. You can use other tools too, like Rastascan, Nabu. I usually use Nmap, Rastascan, and Nabu in my daily usage based on my requirements. But yeah, Nabu is good, man. No doubts. I've done it all. Let's clear the terminal and let's see. Now I have files around 20,000. Now the first thing you do after it is just do HTTPX on it. And then you can use other tools like I want to use JSecret. I can just do things like it and it will just give me a proper result about JSecrets. By the way, it will take too much time. If we just try to do HTTPX on it, we can remove it. But doing HTTPX will narrow down your results and giving you and will give you faster output for it. You can do JSecrets. Why not? Now let's take a look on the files again. Now you can use nuclei for sure. But what templates to use? Simple. Just go to nuclei templates, go to HTTP, and you can use the exposure complete one. And if you don't want to use the exposure completely, you can just take a look at the specified ones. If you want API disclosures, only use the APIs. If you only want, backup disclosures, you can only go with backups. But if you are going for JS files, then I might say that use both of them. They will provide you a good number of results based on what they have. Okay. Now, next thing, after using them, we are trying to find out all the crawlers and all these things. So you can use your own manual mapper for it. That will get you all the resources in a narrowed way. So you will get a proper approach on how to get the all parameters from the URL. So how to get all the parameters from the other sources that are mentioned in it. So you can use that ones too. They are kind of useful, I think. Now let's take a look on something else. Suppose if you're having a J secrets, they might give you a lot of results. It won't give you, very simple results. It will give you a lot of results. Like it can give you results based on, just some sort of headers like credential string, nothing. You can see. But there's a API key. Okay, let's see. There's one more reCAPTCHA site key. We don't know what it is. We can take a look on the exploitations. Now, if you don't want to get something like this, you don't want something or similar to this, you can just simply add a control C. Uh, and then just exclude it, grep hyphen v, and I don't want to see something like this. And now it's good to go. Now you can just take a look on all this type of things to exclude them. Alright, this type of things will easily help you. Using nuclei, yeah, it might definitely help you. Why not? Now next thing, have a manual recon on it. Come on, this thing is cool, not gonna lie. But having a manual approach will never, just beat anything else. So just cat and grab dot zips. Wait. Might find a lot of zip. Damn. Looking on SQL. Okay, so there's an SQL with JS file. We don't know what it is. So let's say it's access denied. Possibly, if I am fuzzing too much, it will do this thing. Already this tool is going on. The JS secret, it might have blocked us. So in short, have a good approach. Use all these things. If you want all these things, I'll just drop it all in the meet, or you can take a screenshot here. That would be a better idea. All right. So you guys can drop your question. Now I'll be just taking a look on the question, and this is the main methodology that we will use to hunt on static site. So I guess that was for the majorly for the video. I'll show you two POCs. If you want something else or if you are having any questions, let me know. And I'm waiting till you drop your questions, or we will end this at 2:35 or at around 2:33. Someone asked where to find docs for the latest CVC. If you're kind of active on Twitter, you will find a lot of things from it. Why not? You can take a look on, from, let me show you just a moment. You can simply just take a look on Orva, right? He's kind of very active on all these things. He might be providing a lot of resources based on what he have, right? You can take a look on hunter mapping. They are usually providing all the docs that you need, right? Why not? If I just take a look on it, it will just show you that, yeah, he is providing what you are saying. See, all the docs are here. Even the exploits will be here. You can see POC. That's a kind of a good one. Hexadz, he was also a good person on it. So it easily depends on things like this, man. Not don't make it complicated. All right. And by the way, before it ends, take a look on the one-on-one trainings. If you're interested into that, let me know. You will be redirected to one of my podcasts or maybe one of my WhatsApp numbers. And if you're interested into learning recon in a very, very deep way, have a look on this. And if you're interested into the one-on-one trainings, you can definitely have a call with that. All the contents are provided here, so you can just definitely check all the contents. They are not very simple. They're kind of very, very in detail, so you can have a look on it. All the contents, everything is mentioned here. You can just see more than 65 pages of content in 10 days of automation recon bootcamp. Will make tool. I'll give you of my own tools, so definitely you can take a look on that one. About us, about me, reviews, timings, and all the details are here, so you can definitely have a look on it. Now, I guess majorly that's it. And if you have any other questions, let me know, or you can feel free to DM me on WhatsApp, or you can call me. I've already mentioned my number here more than 1,000 times. I have added the number here. Nuclear is simple, man. Nothing but still not very easy. Nuclear is an automated vulnerability scanner. You can see things here. The best thing to learn about it is, I will say, use it. You will get a better idea than me telling you to use it. It's really simple. Just use hyphen as for targets. You can just read the commands out. They're really very simple to add and remove. And also, you can use it based on your own report. Like suppose if I have nuclei, or let's say I have nuclei hyphen L files. I'll just go to this location where I have all my templates, and I only want APIs. Okay. I will start working on it. It is having 11 templates on 20,000 ones. The more unique you can find, try your best, I'll say. I'll say go to VDP. They would be a very better option for you to learn and earn initially. But that would be a good option. That would be something I'll suggest from my own side. See, you can use Nuclei in more than 1,000 ways. Just take a look on the help menu. Try to use it on few dummy websites, and you will eventually notice what I'm trying to say. Static site hunting for Unix subdomains, I'll say just do your best eventually. And you will find a lot of subdommains that are not easily available on public. Maybe there might be subdommains from JS files or from other files I've seen in a lot of cases. You might try to find files that are kind of very, very vulnerable to multiple things. You can take a look on VDPs. I'm not doing anything, but I think you should take a look on the Hoff ones and all these things. Not a very big program or very complicated program. By the way, you can use OYO. That's kind of a good one. I also try to choose a program from Dorking. They might also be a good option. No issues, man. So I guess that was for it. And RDP, remote desktop protocols. What do you mean by RDP? What do you mean? What do you mean by RDP? Is like having a RDP on your computer to use multiple devices? Okay. Responsible disclosures, yeah, you can use them. Not a complicated thing to say no to it, but yeah, they're kind of useful. Why not to use them? We're already skilled much about it. Okay, I got it, but just trying to confirm it. Alright, then let me end it and see you all soon. Good day, everyone. See you all in the next one.